Morning all, welcome back. It's 4:30 now in the morning and I'm out with Stills, boy collie. No Stills. Already been out with Beau. What did we manage? We've done a nice 3-mile walk. Come on mate. We've done a nice 3-mile walk. Ended up getting absolutely soaked. My feet are froze now. Underneath the spooky bridge was totally flooded. So what's the plan today for Paul, the life of Paul, his dogs and running? So like I said, been out with Beau, out with Stills now for a couple of miles, meeting my friend Brian. He's my running partner, good friend, and then out with Honey, and then I want to have a little chat about how I've ended up here with doing these little vlogs and videos and stuff, because being in your 50s isn't easy sometimes, and that's sort of what I'm going through at the minute. So it's nice to sort of have a chat. I don't think you can see that, no. So yeah, so I'm going to be meeting Brian, hopefully do a nice 10k run, take Honey out, and then let's have a chat about how I got here and why I want to sort of share my story and how I've reset myself for life in my 50s and how I'm battling it. So yeah, please come back in a while and we'll have a little chat about that. Catch up soon, guys. Hi guys, so thanks for coming back. This is the life of Paul, his dogs and running. Day 7 of training is done. Nice 10k with my friend. And dog walks with Beau, Still and Honey. So I think all in all, 12, about 12 miles done today. So yeah, that's a good day's exercise. So I thought I'd have a chat with you guys and let you know how I got to this point of doing this YouTube channel. So basically I had a breakdown a few years ago, just before my 50th, and it was a struggle. I found there was a long period of time which led up to my breakdown. Basically it was all to do with work, the pressure of work, not being able to cope, and I found people just weren't sort of listening. I'll be trying to talk to people and people wouldn't sort of understand, so I thought, let me try and put this out on my video. Maybe it'll help people sort of understand why I'm sort of doing this video, this YouTube channel of the life of Paul, because this is my sort of life now, you know, after or post breakdown, and how I'm sort of coping in my 50s after that, how I'm sort of trying to keep level-headed, and how exercise and my dogs help me with that. So yeah, so going back a few years ago, I had a breakdown. I think it was about 2 years of issues sort of led up to that. I wouldn't say it was work which caused it, but work was primarily the main issue. And I found that a lot of the time I wasn't coping. I'd be trying to talk to people, trying to get them to understand what I was going through, and they'd sort of nod and they'd sort of, you think they understand, but I don't think they really did. And it just ended up with me having a breakdown, and really struggling with life. And it was a hard thing for a man to be sort of dealing with, and I found it really difficult. I ended up being signed off work for a little while, which wasn't, it was good, it was good. I'm glad they signed me off. It got me out of a situation which I was dreading every day. I'd come home, I wouldn't talk to my wife about what was going on. I just wanted to get in, forget, and play with my dogs, and just get on with my evening and go to bed and do it all again. And that was a cycle for 2 years. And in the end, it took its toll. And like I said, I had a breakdown. So how did I get over that? So I had the breakdown. It took a few months of soul searching, putting problems which were in my head into little boxes, and I managed to move sort of forward from that. And the last few years have been absolutely fine. I've been doing a lot of exercise, I've been doing a lot of walking with my dogs, and I've just found this last year that I've been creeping slowly back into this way of dread and thinking, and I wonder if a lot of that is because of now being in my 50s, you know, getting on to mid-50s, life's speeding by, and is that playing a part in how I'm feeling now? I don't know. All I know now is I think 2025, and part of that is creating this YouTube channel, is a reset year for me. I'm not putting any big pressures on me. I was doing a lot of ultra running. Last year was so much training for a big 24-hour race, and that basically took up a good 8 months of my life of just continuously thinking about this ultra. And now, like I say, this year is a reset year. So this year I do have ultra run booked. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be in a position to be able to do it. Like you've seen, this is training day 7, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if my body's going to be able to cope, but I'm okay with that. If it's not, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stop running, but I'm not going to put myself through it. So yeah, so this year is reset year. And part of that is this YouTube channel. I found, like I said just now, I'm finding myself slipping back into this sort of way of feeling down. And I don't know if other people experience this, and I have mentioned this on another video. They say it's okay to not be okay. And I try and tell people that I'm not okay. And they say, nobody likes work. Nobody enjoys work. But it's deeper than that, you know, because I actually do enjoy my job, but there's issues around that which is affecting me. And I think this this whole point of me doing this is me talking to you guys who's listening, but I'm also listening to myself. So me talking like this is helping me. It's like a therapy for me. So nobody might even see this video, but for me to talk, it's helping me. I don't know how to, I'm talking to somebody, even though I can see myself on this video. I'm actually talking to somebody, and as I'm talking, I'm putting them little things, what I'm saying, into their boxes. So this is, I suppose, this is therapy for me. So, like I said, one part of me getting myself sorted is keeping up with my exercise. I go out on them walks in the dark with my dogs. There's just nobody around, just me and my thoughts and my dogs. We chat, weirdly enough. I think a lot of people with dogs and cats and animals, they find themselves talking about life to them. So we do a lot of that. I've got a good friend who is about the same age as me. We go out running a lot, and I open up to him quite a lot. So the importance of exercise, I just cannot be underestimated. It is just so important. And even if you can't run like I do, just getting out in that fresh air, it really genuinely helps. And I just can't recommend it enough. It helps me. As far as me feeling down and struggling. Part of me getting that sorted is, like I say, is getting out in that fresh air and getting out, doing my running, trying to put into place the things which I have control over and the things which I don't. So the things I have control over, they come at the forefront. They're the ones which I need to be positive about. They're the things like my walking and my running, going out in the garden, going down to the allotment. They're the things which I have control over. People and situations around me, not necessarily. And I need to realise that sometimes they're the things which don't matter. And what does matter is myself and my well-being. So this year is all going to be about me. I'm not putting any pressure on myself with the ultra. I say I've got one booked in. I'm going to train. If come April I find that the aches and pains of me being in my mid-50s is a bit too much, then I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to worry about it. You know, I'm not going to sort of think I've let anybody down or I've let myself down. It's just one of those things, and one of them things which can't be helped, but it's something which I have control over, and I can make a decision myself on how I do that. Where so many things in your life, you can't make that decision. The decision is made for you. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're worrying and when you're down, try and think about the things which you have control over, the things which you can make decisions about. Because there's a lot of things, especially around work and especially about money and things like that, that you can't make a decision on how they are happening. But what you can make a decision on is how they're affecting you and affecting your life. And I think part of that, sort of getting that sorted, is concentrate on what you can change. Concentrate on the decisions which you can make. And part of that is getting up and getting your trainers on, getting your walking boots on, and go out and get some fresh air. And while you're out there, have a think about those positives. Have a think about those things which you can control. Because everybody in the world has stuff which they can't. And part of the problem is, when you're down, those things which you have no control over, they're the ones which are all in your head. They're the ones which are waking you up every morning or during the night and affecting your sleep. And when your sleep is affected, it affects everything else. It affects your ability to function. It affects your ability to work. And we all do it. We all worry about those things which we have no control over. So guys, try and stay positive. You know, this is from my experience. Try and think about the things which are positive, the things which you have control over. Another thing which has sort of stemmed from my breakdown and what was happening these last few months is that I've recognised the signs that I'm coming down again. And luckily, because it's so fresh still of when I had my breakdown, even though it was a few years ago, I'm so conscious of the fact that I'm getting low, and I need to make sure that I bring myself back up again, because I do not want to be in that position where life has knocked me down so much that I have this breakdown. I have to go and see a doctor. I don't want to go down that road again. And if that means that I need to shout and say, listen, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, it's a shame though that sometimes people don't. You know, and when you're getting flippant answers like everybody's got to work, that doesn't help, because you know you got to work. So to say everybody dislikes their job or everybody has to work, you know, I know that. I know I have to work, and I have no issues working. I've worked all my life. But I am struggling with outside things, what was happening around. I enjoy my job, you know, and the people I work with, are really good. But sometimes, you know, there's things which are out of your control, things change, and it's difficult to sort of deal with. So, you know, at this point in time now, air freshener, at this point in time now, I'm keeping everything positive. I'm using this YouTube channel, this vlogging as therapy for me. My dog's coming around now, bless her heart. As therapy for me to get things off my chest and to talk, you know, because I have a superb life, you know. I've got a daughter, 2 stepkids, a lovely wife, amazing grandson, who I've not mentioned yet. He is just superb. I'm going to post a video in a little while with where he's met our little Freddy Fox at the bottom of our garden. So I'm going to post that in a bit. So life is great, and what I need to do is just concentrate on them things which are great, instead of worrying about the things which aren't, and the things which I have no control over. Because there's so much in my life, and hopefully your lives, where you have got control over certain things, you know. And exercise really does play a part in that. You don't have to go out and run a marathon. You can just go out for a half-hour walk, you know. Gorgeous sunny day, a wet and windy, rainy, horrible day, just put a big jacket on and a hat, you know, just get that fresh air, because then it helps put things into perspective. Because one thing with me, I am so determined never to be that low again. So determined, because for a man it was embarrassing, and it shouldn't be embarrassing, but it was. And I'm not now. Now I feel I have no issues talking about it at all. I have no issues talking to people, telling them that I had a breakdown, because it was stuff which was out of my control and stuff which I couldn't control. And that's what took over my life. So now I'm getting my life back. Now I'm keeping control of the things which I'm able to. So guys, you know, take a tip from me. If you start feeling low, it's not easy, but try and keep hold of those things which you can keep hold of. Try and box up the things which you can't. It's not always easy, and I'm not saying that it is easy, but try if you can. If you find that you're waking up at silly o'clock in the morning, instead of just laying there just dreading life and just fighting to try and go back to sleep, or trying to worrying about those things which you can't deal with at 1 o'clock in the morning, get up, go downstairs, maybe put the radio on, have a drink, calm your brain down. If you're able to, like myself, you know, I take my dogs, and at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll go for a walk. And I have found with me that has just helped so much, instead of just laying there battling, trying to go to sleep. So guys, you know, if you can, try and take my positives, because I have never been that low when I had my breakdown, and I'm so determined to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And like I said, I felt myself getting low last year, and it's been a battle, but I've started 2025 with a reset. 2025 doing something I've never done before, doing a YouTube video like this. And with any luck, I can help other people who are in my, you know, within my age, or younger or older. You know, if you can take my experiences and help yourself, or look at something and say, yeah, things can change, then that's a good job. So guys, yeah, subscribe and follow me. I will keep posting my updates and posting my runs and posting my dog walks. I'm hoping that come spring, when it's a bit lighter in the mornings, I can have my camera out and have a proper chat instead of just videoing my dog going around and having the odd toilet, which is a bit embarrassing. And I will keep talking. There's going to be days where I'm a bit low, and looking at myself here is a bit of therapy for me. And there's going to be days where it's buzzing. I had some excellent days last week. You know, I saw that fireball going across the sky, which turned out to be Elon Musk's space rocket debris, which ended up in Poland. And great runs with my dogs. I'm trying to do all this positive stuff. The runs with stills, I mean, that has just lifted me up, because we hadn't done it for such a long time because of my concentration on the ultra running. So now I'm finding this balance and we're getting them out. So yeah, so guys, if anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments. We'll have a chat. I'm open to anything. So please like and subscribe. Keep following my progress and my running. I'm hoping I'm going to up the mileage soon. I'm sticking around the 10k, which I'm happy with, but I just want to go up a bit. Like I say, I need to try that training to know if I'm going to be able to do the ultra come June. So that's going to be upped. So guys, really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate your patience and your subscribing and your liking, and we'll catch up again soon. Stay safe, guys.